Okay, everybody, what is going on? Good afternoon. Happy Thursday. We're just a little bit more than 24 hours away from kickoff in Kansas City, and we've got some information from the team about how they are planning on approaching tomorrow's game. Real quick, though, in case you're watching this video and you didn't catch the stream that I just did with Brandon of the Hawk's Nest, go check out the VOD. Should be on both of our channels. Maybe it won't be up quite yet, but if not, it'll be up soon. So if you didn't get a chance to watch it live, go give it a gander. And yeah, we're just basically getting ready for the last preseason game, talking about it. We talked about the Leonard Williams extension. We talked about some Milroe stuff. We talked about a bunch of different things. So check that out. This video is sponsored by Prize Picks. And yeah, let's take a look at some of the things that Mike Macdonald just had to say about the Seahawks this upcoming game. So let's go through some of the things that he let us know. Some fairly encouraging things, I would say. Let's start with this. Mike Macdonald has said that Jalen Milroe is going to play the whole game. So no Drew Lock, and it's just going to be an opportunity for Milroe to show what he can do. And I think that most people, even the people who don't like Milroe or don't believe that he's going to be good, prefer this. I think that most people would agree that this is what we need to see. Drew Lock, he did a good job last week. He's good to go. In the capacity that we need him, he is ready for football. Doesn't need to play in this last preseason game. Milroe does. So if you were wondering about that, looks like we're going to get 60 minutes of Jalen. And hopefully we get something a lot better than what we've seen in the first two games, because this is kind of it, right? Once the season starts, Milroe's on the back burner. He's a third-string quarterback on a team that is thinking about the Super Bowl this year. So there's not going to be an opportunity for him to play in a game in a couple of months, in all likelihood. He's probably not going to even really be active for these games. So if he wants to show that he is getting better, this game is kind of it. So definitely like that. We also got some other things from Macdonald about who's going to play tomorrow. He basically said, we're not going to play any starters. The starters who have not been playing so far will not play tomorrow. So that includes a guy like Jadarian Price. That includes JSN or Sam Darnold or Charles Cross or DeMarcus Lawrence or Devin Witherspoon. Basically, business as usual for these Seahawks. And I know some people are not big fans of that approach. And I can understand that it's a little bit of a risk. But let's face it, everything you do in the NFL is a risk, right? Playing your starters is a risk. Not playing them is a risk. You just got to pick which risk you want. I'm a little bit surprised that even Jadarian Price is included here, but we were told about this a couple of days ago. So this is not surprising. And at the end of the day, it is a defensible position. Like has been said, or excuse me, as has been said, there is not a lot of depth at running back in this building right now. So if Jadarian Price did play in a preseason game and get hurt, then that would be a big problem that this team would not really have the capacity to cover up. We did get some good injury news here on Torrey Horton, though, from Macdonald. According to him, Torrey Horton's injury is not viewed as a long-term thing. That is the most concrete thing we've heard about Torrey Horton so far, and it is also the most positive thing we've heard about him so far. And given that there's been a lot of unknown and a lot of mystery around whatever it is he's going through right now, I'm relieved to at least hear that. Now, that remains vague, but at the very least, it's encouraging. All right, guys, let's take a quick break here to talk a little bit about Prize Picks, currently the #1 sports pick app in America. The app is very easy to use. Check it out to my left here. You can do player picks, where you just pick more or less on a few player stats and lock in your lineup. Or you can pick teams, where you pick winners, spread, or total on any game or fight. The app is available in most states, including California, Texas, and Florida. Right now, they have a great offer. You can play your first $5 lineup and get $150 in lineups if you win. All you have to do is use code HMA when you sign up. It's a brand new offer. Best time possible to get on the app. So get on over there and get to winning that first lineup. So remember, Prize Picks, code HMA. Download the app today, and remember to always gamble responsibly. Now, of course, the injury could still be into the regular season just because it's not long term. That could just mean he'll be back later this season. But I also think we all understand that right now is not when we necessarily need Torrey Horton. We need Torrey Horton for down the line when Cooper Kupp builds up some miles on him, and we want to reduce his workload a little bit, or when Rashid Shaheed gets dinged up after several games. I do think that that's when you need Horton. So if we do miss him for the first couple games, I don't view that as a huge thing. I don't think that's a big problem. So as long as he's not out for the season, I think things will be okay. We also got some further kind of sort of injury updates, although McDonald continues to play things very close to the chest. Did not say whether Charbonnet could come off PUP to start the season, so he's keeping that one tight, although I maintain it is overwhelmingly likely that Charbonnet will not be ready for the start of the season and will miss at least a month. Also had no answer for if Eamon Worry would be able to play in the opener, and he did not answer when Eamon Worry would need to practice by to be able to play. So definitely keeping things a little bit vague over there as well. So I don't have as many answers for you guys as I would like, but I can only go with what the team provides right now. And I think Eamon Worry's timeline is roughly in place to get him ready for that first game, but it is starting to get a little bit tight. And as time goes by, we may end up finding out that he's not quite ready. But the nice thing is we get almost an extra bye week after this first game. So even if he doesn't play against the Patriots, you got to like his chances to be ready for the Cardinals because he'll have, 11 days? So at least we got that going for us. Final note about this upcoming preseason game that I think people are going to appreciate. Trevon Diggs is going to play. That one's kind of exciting because we haven't seen him at all. And he did play football last year, but he only played about half the season. And also, he's just a guy that's never been in this system before, never been in this defense before. So getting him some reps would be nice, and maybe seeing some signs of general competence would be nice. I will say I think that his roster spot is relatively safe, but if we could get some moments of competence from him, that would help reinforce that. And I believe that is about it. So, yeah, I think that's really about all there is right now. Again, not a lot of answers here, but for tomorrow, I think we can all safely conclude we're going to be seeing a lot of backups, maybe even mostly third and fourth stringers, because some of the backups on this team seems to want to protect, like a Tyrese Knight, at this point, maybe even a Pat O'Connell, and even some of these backup offensive linemen. They don't want to push their depth more because they've already been dealing with some injuries to their depth. They don't want to make it worse. Okay, I'll see you guys later. Go Hawks. Everyone have a great rest of your day. More stuff coming soon, but that is what to expect tomorrow.